Welcome to Tech Dudes Weekly. I'm Brian.
I'm Dave.
And we'd like to welcome you back to our first cast with our new studio. Now, I would say it's not 100% complete, but we're getting there. So we thought we'd walk through maybe some of the stuff that we put together to bring the new studio online, and some of the purchases we made, some of the things that we repurposed from 30 years of having tech lying around the house, and to kind of go from there. I guess one place we'd like to start is that we took a old Sharp television. I wouldn't say old, but 1080p, definitely not 4K, but 1080p Sharp television, 60-inch. Took it off the base and put it up on this tripod here that you can see at the bottom. I could probably bring that up on the screen here. So this is right from Amazon. We paid roughly about $70 for it, and really simple to set up. It just has a couple of mounts, for any standard television. Put the bracket on the back, and you pop it right on the stand. The only thing you have to do is adjust the height anywhere you want. There's about 5 different settings for it. This one's not even at the full height. We actually had to bring it down a little bit to put it in frame. But it gives us a chance to be able to display little web pages like this, the YouTube site itself, and then eventually, down the road, we'll do some whiteboarding, drawing with iPads. This is actually interconnected to the television right now on an old Apple TV, just casting to the Apple TV. But there's a lot of other components here too. So, Dave, why don't you go through some of the audio stuff we have going on?
Sure. So, as far as mics we're using Rode Podcasters for the mics, XLR mics. Our normal, I'll say, boom arms are a couple of different ones. One's a Rode and one is I think a Blue Yeti. All our audio is processed through a Rode Podcaster Pro device. In between the mics and the Podcaster Pro, we have a cloud lifter, a 2-channel cloud lifter to kind of help with the audio settings on top of that. And then from there, we're running, I think these are
Sennheiser, I think.
Yeah, these are Sennheiser headphones. We don't really use them that much except for testing audio levels, which again, the funny thing about this is that this is, we call ourselves Tech Dudes Weekly, but this is probably some of the newest tech to us is video and audio processing, post-processing, and doing all these things here. That's the newest thing for us on there.
Most of our background is enterprise tech, cloud, that type of stuff, and designing networks, server storage, stuff like that.
Yeah.
So AV, outside, I guess, what I played with AV in high school, being a geek. That's about the last time I actually touched any kind of AV gear.
Yeah, but I don't think they're going to let us play with 8mm projectors anymore.
Oh, God, I hope not. So the camera, actually, that you're seeing this through, that's I would say repurposed. But my wife spent some money years ago when we wanted a lot of pictures of the kids when they were little. That since has obviously transitioned us taking pictures on an iPhone. But this is a Canon EOS 80D, and it's just recording straight to an SD card that we'll take out and put into post-production video processing later.
Yeah, the other thing about this is that eventually, as the studio grows and we change, we're going to have multiple camera angles that we're doing this, and we're going to start to merge all those pieces. Like I said, this is probably the newest stuff for us is the audio and the video side and editing. We've touched a lot of different things over the years as far as technology, but this is the funny thing is this is probably one of the few ones I've always stayed away from. I've tinkered, I've dabbled in it, but I've never really done anything that much. And the one thing you'll find with us is we both do presentations on a daily basis for our day job. We talk in front of hundreds, if not thousands of people, some intimate settings, some larger, it doesn't really matter on those, but we're talking to live people. What we found out is while we're doing this, talking to a camera is probably much harder than we want it to be for some strange reason. We do video conference calls on a daily basis, and even that is hard looking at a camera, and I don't know why it is. So one of the things we use to kind of help mitigate that is we have another TV off screen for us running a PowerPoint presentation. And it has the chosen words of look up dumbass, which means look at the camera. So we're getting used to this a lot. Some of the other videos you saw, we use a product called Riverside. It's a podcasting product that a lot of people use. And it puts two talking heads side by side.
Similar to Zoom or Teams, something like that.
Exactly, but a lot of podcasters use it. And it's me more looking at him and him looking at me than looking at a camera. And you'll see that on some of our other videos as well. So just kind of bear with us as we go through this.
I think one of our original videos, if you scroll down here, you'll actually see it on the screen. There's us using Riverside.
Yep.
And me in the background, my home office, and Dave and his. But again, it's very similar to Zoom or Teams or something like that. And it just records and sends us the recording later.
Yeah, it's got the editor on it. It's actually pretty cool and so forth. But again, this is going to grow with us. We are up at right now. Do a screen refresh.
Let's see here.
Subscriber wise, we are at 902, so we're getting close to 1,000 subscribers. Once we grow a little bit more, we're probably going to start doing monthly giveaways. We got to look at the legalities of what that is for anything outside of the U.S. So it may be only to the U.S. We don't know yet. We know we have a lot of non-U.S. Video watchers of our subscribers for us, and we thank you all for that. But we'll figure out that as we go along. So just subscribe, please. Share this with your friends. Leave us some comments on the videos. We take both, good comments, bad comments. We want the interaction with you guys 100%.
I think the other piece, too, is Dave mentioned earlier, we're going to have different camera angles and stuff like that you'll see over time, and we're going to incorporate that into the types of things that we're going to be able to do. So Dave's probably going to do some PC builds. We'll review different products. We'll have some top-down camera angles so you can see us do unboxings, things like that. We'll hopefully do some whiteboard presentations, and hopefully not a lot of PowerPoint because neither of us really care for PowerPoint, but it does get a point across from time to time. So we will do presentations as we're walking through material, especially more complex material, and kind of go from there. But we absolutely would love to see in the comments things that you want to see us do, go through different types of tech, whether it be home tech or small, medium business. That's kind of the focus we'd like to stay within.
Yep.
And as we learn more about the stuff we don't know, like this AV setup, you'll see hopefully improvements to the quality, improvements to us looking at the camera, and hopefully taking some shine off my forehead, shine off Dave's forehead. It's a little more forehead than me.
It's all forehead.
Yeah, more forehead than me. Remember that. But you'll see, the quality will go up. We'll make a lot of changes, and as we incorporate other pieces of software too, I think.
Yep.
And different post-production software and stuff like that. We'll include that in our discussions as well.
Yeah, we'll start running a list of all the gear we run on this, and it'll change over time. The other thing to what Brian's talking about is this is not our only studio. This is our newest. I'm setting up another studio for PC builds, home server builds, stuff like that. We're going to be shooting in that as well. So you'll see a lot of different places where we do shoots. All of those are our studios, our overhead, top-down unboxing videos. You'll see a different thing there as well. So it's all us. We're all here together. We're just trying to figure out what works the best for each setup and not have to rebuild a set or a studio every time we do this.
Right.
Because that just, first, time-consuming. We've all got day jobs at this point, so this is not our day job by any stretch of the imagination.
And if something works well for you that you like that we did, or something didn't work well, we absolutely want to know that. The comments are our best way to interact with us, and hopefully we'll even have some live sessions coming in down the road, and then where you can folks can call in and just interact with us, hopefully as you were here virtually. So.
Yep.
Other than that, I think we've kind of covered the studio, where we're taking it. We'll see additions over time, but again, subscribe if you can. We'd love to, have you as a subscriber. More importantly, add some comments. Tell us what you like, what you don't like, things we can change, things we can add.
Thumb up, thumb down.
Yep, stuff you want us to review over time, and we'd love the feedback.
Yep,
so
exactly.
We appreciate it.
So thanks, everybody.
Have a great night.